Hi, I'm Megan.
Hi, I'm Ed, and we are Forlorn, and you're watching Forever Loud at Collision Fest.
So we pretty much came into being in 2019, I think it was, and it was myself and another member of the band, who's not in the band anymore, but it was him and I to begin with, and then we pretty much got on board Ed, Ethan, James and Jay, and then became what is now Forlorn. And in 2020 we released our first single, which was Erased and Emotionless.
Yep.
As a double single. And then basically after that, did we release Forsaken and Colour Lost and then do the tour? Or?
We did, yeah, but the important thing you're missing, you're probably like mentally repressing it at this point in time, is that we released those two singles on the 14th of February 2020, and then about 6 weeks later everyone was shut inside.
Yes.
For 2+ years, so
just completely forgot that COVID happened for a second.
But yeah, we kind of persevered through COVID and continued making music and trying to push the bands in the hopes that one day we might actually be able to play a show. And then we kind of hit the ground running with that tour with Devil Sold His Soul, and then we sort of continued to release material since then and keep doing our thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think like the kind of image and aesthetic is definitely like developed over time. Kind of starting out just a band that wears like all black, pretty standard looking metal bands, and then we kind of evolved and experimented a lot more with our aesthetic, down towards the midsummer metal tag, and we've kind of gone from that to now folk horror, and it feels like we're quite settled.
Yeah, that's definitely where I think we're gonna live from now on.
So for me, I'm a practicing witch, and I also run a dried flower business called Country Witch Floral, and just kind of by accident we started like incorporating some of my work into our video shoots and our outfits and such. So for me it feels very real, a very natural route for us to go down with our look, and it's so easy because I've got all the materials at home, so cheap.
I think we take a lot of elements from different genres of music and just all sort of like sprinkle it in. So there's, even our latest single, Creatress, there's a lot of symphonic black metal in there, but then there's also progressive metal guitars, and then there's a lot of shoegaze level ambience, and there's a lot going on. And I think that we're just trying to sort of have these sort of benchmarks of what our sound is. It's like low guitars, ambient and groovy, with cool atmospheric bits and stuff like that, but we're like sprinkling new bits of anything we fancy kind of into the mix and just seeing what happens.
I think particularly with Creatress that we've just released, it's tied to the element of earth, so that's the theme, and it's kind of, as you'll see, like if you've watched the video, it's very much set in like a forest woodland area, and really it's just kind of about looking after your environment, but also definitely advocating for a greater presence of women in the music industry, which I still is definitely something that is underrepresented.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to say that's cool about today is you've got two female headliners, and I don't think we've ever played a festival like that, or
No.
I haven't even seen one like that before. So I think that's sick. Like Collision pushing the boundaries
Hail
of what's
Collision.
possible and what should be happening anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, us and our management for sure. That's something that our Dark Mother management are really interested in. Been really interested in developing with us, and I think that's been a great help for us. But
for sure, shout out Tony.
Yeah.
You can expect an experience. I think that's something that we're quite passionate about. We're all fans of metal music, I feel like, personally, in my opinion, you know, there's a lot of bands that are just kind of they're performing these songs and it's basically like CD quality, but then it's just like, oh cool, I've just seen like a really clean version of this live, and it was great to hear those songs live, but you forget about it the next day, like, and you just go back to listening to it recorded and it's like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
I kind of want people to leave our shows feeling like they've been a part of something or they've witnessed something that's not traumatized them per se, but also that just left a good impression on them, and that they've had an experience rather than they've just watched us play the songs.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely about the visual experience as well as, you know, the sound experience for us. And there's lots of like, not like theatre, but we just want to make a very elevated live show. So yeah.
Having one of our older songs featured in a Netflix movie was pretty cool. That came through last year, wasn't it? Was it last year? Well, the movie came out last year.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
But it's quite funny because there's like this is a shot of a bully leaving a location. He plugs his headphones in and he's just blasting our song in his ears, and he was just like, are we bully music? I don't know about that.
It was really random. I remember watching like the whole film and I'm like, when's it gonna come? When's it gonna come? And I was like, oh! It was so weird. But I think that, and definitely just that Devil Sold a Soul tour was so like...
That was mental.
We played like one show, it was with Svalbard. And then by the time we played that show, we knew that we were gonna do this tour with Devil Sold a Soul, so...
Yeah.
I mean, like they're good friends of mine, but it was still like very surreal.
It's a bit mental to go from like, oh, I hope you can play a show. Oh, we played a show. Oh, we're doing a tour.
Yeah.
Like, all in a matter of like a month, basically. It was great.
It was a great learning experience for us, and yeah, we're really grateful to Devil Sold a Soul for that. And hopefully we can do something again.
Yeah, no, that'll
with
be
them.
Wicked. I think definitely one of the biggest hurdles is essentially themed around, you know, female acceptance in metal. You still see it a lot. We've got big bands like Spirit Box, like absolutely killing it. People are fully on board with them, but then there's just this subset of people who are just like, ugh, girl, ugh. And I feel like we've got to break past the metalhead, what the girls do in the boys club barrier.
Yeah, it's still definitely a thing.
When, you know, they have every right to be in here, and I'm not being funny, but Spirit Box are like dicking on a lot of what the male bands have been doing for ages. So
yeah,
I think they're releasing
that is
higher quality material and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I would say that's a big challenge, and also just like really getting your music out there and getting it to different people. You know, it's been a slow burn, but every single show we do, like you notice, you know, how many new people you've met, how many people come up to you. So I think for us, it's just been getting on tours. You know, that's what we need, another Devil Sold a Soul situation to happen.
Knowing that people vibe with the music, but it's like, okay, we need to reach the people, the more of the people that vibe with it and get it out there. But
I find that people watch us and they're like not sure what to do.
yeah, like
they're like, but everyone's been so lovely that we played to, like, so
yeah.
I think we're doing something okay.
Yeah, we must be doing something right.
I think like it was crazy because he was kind of there at the very beginning. When we went to him, we had so many different like things in the pot, and I think he really helped us kind of like pick out the bits that work and the bits that we should hang on to. I think he was quite important at that early stage of the band, but I think we're definitely now at a point whereby I think we've kind of got it, and we want to be a bit more experimental with it. I'm not sure if the stuff that we've done now, like, we would have gotten away with, maybe?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I really respect George. Like, he's an incredible creative person, and I don't think that we'd be where we are in terms of our music without him. I learned so much from him personally. But yeah, I think we're kind of in this stage now where we're, you know, branching out a lot more in terms of what we're doing. We're doing weird and wacky things, and maybe not essentially things that would be considered to be super duper metal or anything like that. So yeah, no, working with him was great. So we're playing our first international show next weekend, Submit Fest in Rotterdam, which is going to be really cool. I think for all of us, like getting out to Europe has been like a big goal of ours for a while. So even if just the one show out there, it's going to be great. We're going to have a nice little adventure, play some spooky, heavy music for people, and just have a good time. But we've also got a few other gigs lined up. Similar festivals to this, so we're playing Uprising in Leicester, which is headlined by Catatonia, and then we're also playing Arched Festival at Signature Brew in July, but I think we're keeping our lips firmly sealed for any future musical endeavours. We're not saying there is stuff, we're not saying there isn't, but there certainly is.
The circle is open.
Yeah.